Hey, you want to know a secret? Board game publishers around the world have all realized the same thing. Some of the best board games come from Japan. Welcome to another video. My name's Jay. I play board games from Asia and share what I find with all of you. In this video, I'm going to talk about Tokyo Game Market and some of the coolest games coming out at Tokyo Game Market Spring this year. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Tokyo Game Market is the largest board game convention in Japan. It happens twice a year, one in spring and one in winter. Tokyo Game Market is also the largest board game convention in the world for independent publishers. You're going to have more independent publishers there under the roof than anywhere else in the world. But people are always asking me, Jay, what's the new hot game coming from Japan? Well, let's take a look at Tokyo Game Market Spring this year and review some of the games that are coming out. If you want to know about how to get these games, well, go to the comment section below. I've pinned a comment with a link to a video on how to buy board games from Japan. Some of that video is outdated with certain websites, but I'll put that all in the comment below as well as the description of this video. And with that, on with the show. Well, here we are at BGG, Board Game Geek, which is like the IMDb is to movies as BGG is to board games. This is the Game Market 2025 Spring Preview on the BGG page. This is one of the resources that you could use to find out more about what's going on in the board gaming world in Japan. If you don't know where to find this page, just Google BGG Game Market 2025 Spring Preview. Now, this is going to be really interesting because there are lots of resources here. None of them is perfect. What I do like about this page, though, is that it shows you some Western publishers that are going there and what they're bringing. Also, some of the older titles that are still going to be there at Tokyo Game Market. So All Play, here we are, All Play. Man, if I have a publisher, if I create my own publishing company, it's going to begin with the letter A, so I'm always at the top of these lists, just like All Play. Brilliant. For the Emperor is a Lane Battler, designed by Whitney, who I've met, and she's really, really cool. Lure. Lure is a really fascinating game. It's a Taiwanese game that's licensed Japanese game. But it's just a push your luck dice game, and I really, really enjoy it. This is a fantastic game, and it has the Deep Waters expansion, which you really need to play this game. It is so much fun. It's an excellent dice checking party game. Other things here is Amuri Studio. Now, Dimanuki, I did a video on. I thought it was okay, but the Fantasy Tavern Brawl, I really enjoyed. This was a great dexterity game about flicking cards and meeples, and it was really, really cute. Arclight Games. Arclight is going to be, look at this, location 1. That's because Tokyo Game Market is their con, like they run it, so it's their show. So their booth is always worth going seeing, and usually they'll license games from previous years, so you'll see like, oh, these are their highlights. So if you don't know which games to get, follow Arclight, and they'll pick the best of the bunch for them. So Cat in the Tower is an excellent game that I talked about. It's kind of like Jenga, where you're this little cat, which is a meeple, and you're building this tower out of cards. Fantastic. I did a video on it. Check it out. Ito is one of the best party games ever made. I absolutely love it. I think it's a great game. Love Letter Stories. I believe that this is a campaign version of Love Letter. I'm not a big fan of it, but I know other people are. And this is only in Japanese, so good luck with that. Tornado Splash looks really, really cool. Now, what you do is you're placing these cards down, and like these little meeples of animals on jet skis are flying on it. It looks cool. No idea what the gameplay is like. Banana Moon Studio. I'm familiar with their games. I'm not sure about Bistro Flip, but Wonders Museum, I am super excited for. Let's drill down into this really quickly. This, I believe, this is the re-implementation of Mini City. Right here, Mini City, and there are only 2 images. This is a fantastic game. This is a tableau building game, and I absolutely love it. I think it's super, super clever. Broadway, which is a Hong Kong publisher, licensed it, and they turned it from the city into a museum. And it's really clever. I think it's really good. I got a review copy, so I'll make a video about that and tell you all about it. That's going to be something that I would strongly recommend you get. Other things that I have seen here, Shadow House, the code is, like there are two Shadow House games. They're both deduction games for a small group of people, like 3 to 5. They're both really good. They're both really solid. If you like deduction games that work with a small player count, because most social deduction games work at a higher player count. If you want something that works at a smaller player count, both the Shadow House games are great. Tori, man, I really love the gameplay of Tori, but the production of Tori, I do have problems with. I can't recommend it, even though I love the designer. He's fantastic. Guessing foodies in Taiwan. I used to live in Taiwan, so when I look at this, I see the food, and it just reminds me of my home for like 20 years. And it's, oh man, look at that. That's guabao. That's like a Taiwanese taco. It's fantastic. I lived off that for like months. Banana Boy versus Unicorn. I made a video of this. Just had a successful Kickstarter. That's a really fun party game. Last 8 minutes. Pwned looks really interesting. It's a card game with a board element. And it's a two-player hacker duel of bombing and stacking tactics. Hack to win, even though you're not really hacking it. At least what I've seen in the pictures, I'm not sold. But it could have really good gameplay. I'm not sure. Anaphylaxis is, I guess, anaphylactic shock is something with bees, and it's a card game. I don't know. That doesn't highlight me. Itten. We gotta talk about Itten because they're one of my favorite publishers from Japan. Four Quarter Detective is essentially a game, and you're gonna get a card, and each card has a different thickness or texture on the corners, and you're gonna feel the corners, and you're gonna try and guess what these numbers are. Wild. It's not a game that I'm going to gravitate to all the time, but if someone wants to see, hey, what's a wild game from Japan? Four Corner Detective is something I'm going to whip out and show them. Gravity 3 is a new game from Itten. It's called 3 because it's 3 games in 1. I believe they're very similar to previous games that they've already made, but it's all in one package. And the package is really cool. It comes with these little hockey pucks, as you can see here. And they're like lots of hockey pucks of one color, but they all have different weight. And they've created this whole system of games that you could play. Some of them include like the box, which is really, really fascinating. Hits and Outs is the new game. I know nothing about it, but I think it's really cool that there's a 2-player baseball game coming out. I'm super excited about this one. It's coming soon. Tokyo Highway Rainbow City is the only way you should play Tokyo Highway. And with the new solo expansion, it looks really cool. And I'll be doing an Itten video later on this month. I don't know much about these. Ming-Yi Design. This is from Taiwan. This is a really cool game. It's kind of like, it's like a Tetris game, but pieces aren't falling down. You're just laying them on there. And it has this little bit of area control. Really, really fascinating stuff. I think this is a really cool game. Buruka is a really cool game. Treat or Cheat is, I like this game, but I feel like, I'm not sure who it's for, because it's kind of light, but it's kind of heavy. So it's for people who, I don't know, it's about people cutting in line at the ER, and it's really funny. The mechanics are really interesting. So if you like this theme, I definitely recommend checking it out. The designer is a doctor, and he just makes games for fun on the side. Wild. Congo Empire is a great game from Moi Ideas Game Design. It is a delivery game, not a pick up and deliver, just a delivery game. Really, really clever design. But I just wish that the art and the UI was just better. I wish it kind of looked more like the 2020s, and it kind of looks like the 2010s. Oink games are always interesting. Pedicat's pretty interesting. There's a whole bunch of dogs and it's animals wearing hats, and there's a line of cards there, and then there's one card there, and you try to determine what the sequence is, and then everyone plays a card of what they think it should be, and then everyone reveals it, and then everyone kind of talks about, oh yeah, that one fits more, this one fits more, I don't know, let's vote. And it doesn't have like that concrete system. I think it's very cute. The presentation is fantastic because it's Oink, but I don't know if it's something that I'm going to gravitate to. Wiggle Roulette is snakes and eels. They're both colored the same, but I think the red is snakes and the black are eels. And it's a push your luck game. Like you draw them out of your hand. You can only draw a certain amount. You don't know if you're getting eels or snakes. Do you want to grab a few? Do you want to grab many? I forgot the exact rules, but it looks clever. It looks like a nice push your luck game. And it plays 2 to 8. So it's meant to be like this fun little party game. Plate from Korea. They're like the Korean Oink, and they do a lot of great, cool games. They've been licensing old games and re-releasing them in new packages. This one about this with the airport dude is one of the word games. Japan has so many cool word games. It doesn't really translate well into English. Digicode is really cool, but I like Europa Mine a lot more than Digicode. I'll have a nice plate video where I talk about plate games a lot of plate games all at once. So be on the lookout for that. Should come out later this year or next year. Now, why more people aren't talking about Meow Meow Dice is beyond me, because it is a game, and let's just drill down in here, where the dice are cats. I love it. So like these are the different sides of the die. Like you have the head, the tummy, the tail. Adorbs. Like how could you not love this? This looks fantastic and cute and adorable. I think this looks great. And look at the artwork on those cards. Sushi! Adorable. Like I think more people, if people knew about this game, more people would be talking about it. If I ever go to Game Market again and I do a video about like walking around, I'll probably have a little like a little cat counter of like all the cat games, like ding, 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 ding. I would guess over 50. Magic number 11 is from Korea. So it's amazing. It blew me away. It's one of my favorite games from 2024. I think it's great. I thought how they implemented an analog soccer game was fantastic. And it comes with a new expansion, which I think is fantastic. More stuff for you to play. New players, new team, new exciting features. Really, really cool stuff. Sashi, again, one of my favorite publishers from Japan. They're here and they're going to be at table 30. This is their new game. You're helping rich people find seats at a banquet. Love it. Now, if you are in the UK, if you're going to UKGE, don't worry. Sashi is going to UKGE and he'll be selling the game there. So get it there, but get it early and get there fast because he's going to sell out on day one. I guarantee you. Oh, yes, this is Gunnil. Gunnil makes great games. He did Jekyll vs. Hyde. He does a lot of 2-player trick-taking games. And Odyssey is a 3 to 4 trick-taking game about the Odyssey, which I think is going to be fantastic. Let's just give that a thumb up. I think it's really cool. Smart Ape games, you know, like I'm like having some games of theirs I really like. Some of them are just okay. But Iceball looks like a really clever game. It's like you and your buddy are climbing a mountain. So like you go up high, but you can't go too high because you have your buddy who needs to come up behind you. And both of you have to reach the top. Really clever. Snow Planet is one of my favorite games from Japan. It's a worker dice placement game. New season was the Kickstarter. This just adds a new boards and new stuff, like lots more mechanics for you to enjoy. New challenge is a co-op add-on to it, and it just looks so good. Super excited. Studio Mundi is, I will always get their stuff. I got this game last year, and it was a nightmare. It was terrible because the magnets were stronger than the board, and I assembled the board, fine, that's great, but when I took the board apart to put it back into the box, the magnets stayed together and ripped the board apart. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. But Studio Mundi did the best thing. They put out on their Twitter, says, hey, look, we're really sorry. If you want replacement pieces, fill out this form, let us know. I filled it out. They mailed it to me in the US. Amazing. Like, I wish all publishers did that. I know not all publishers can, because that's quite expensive, but they sent it out to me. And so I am always going to be interested in what they do. Quality service. I love it. Sinket Games has a great cat game. I think this is the cat and mouse game. I'm not sure, but this looks really clever and cute. This one is The Killer. This is a Thai game, and it is an excellent social deduction game. 4 to 30, it's really good. I made a video about my favorite games from Thailand. It's on there. Check it out. Excellent, excellent party game. Lunar Trick is trick-taking game from Iori Tsukinami. Now, Iori, if you don't know who Iori Tsukinami is, they designed Joroku, which is a great trick-taking game. And this is their new game about the lunar cycle trick-taking game. So this one looks fantastic and looks really, really fascinating. This is an older game, but it's the new Japanese version of it, and it's great. This is a great tableau builder. This is, you're building power plants, like nuclear power plants or like green energy or coal. If you do coal gets the best bang for your buck, but you're also polluting the planet. And as you do that, you're putting like these little hexagon cubes on the table, and they're going up, 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 and up. And if it gets too high, they will topple over. So here you go. Yeah, like that. Like that. That's hilarious. So funny. And I thought, and you don't really notice this, but these are all slightly different shapes to help this structure be wobbly and help it fall apart. But this is a really clever game, and I think more people should be talking about it. Really clever game from Taiwan. Castle Raisers is a game from Taiwan. This Wonderful World of Board Games makes great games. These are pigs building a castle to prevent them from the wolf. And here it looks like this. This looks really, really interesting. Now, I've talked to Wonderful World of Board Games. They're not sure if they're going to be at Gen Con this year because we are all in this terrifying situation. But this looks like a really, really promising game. I think it looks really fun. Hey, that kind of looks like a cat. But this looks really, really cool. I'm really excited for it. I'll get a review copy and I'll tell you all about it. Now, this is just one resource for you to use. You could also go to, well, the Game Market, gamemarket.jp. And this is it. Hey, you can't read Japanese? Well, I can't read Japanese. Well, I can read a little bit. I'm studying. I'm learning. You can go here and switch to English. And oh, look, it automatically changes to English. Look at that. Technology is rad. Now, there's a lot of here to unpack. So you just go here, go list of games. And here you go. That's a search engine. You don't have to search. And then you can do this from recommended order or newest. Do newest. Here you are. Now, this is new because they're always adding new stuff. And they'll add new stuff all the way up to like maybe the week before or the week of Game Market. So there's lots of new things here. So I've already gone through this whole thing here, but I just want to highlight a few things. Like Taiwan Night Market is an older title, but it's one of the best auction games I've ever played. And it comes from Taiwan. And the art is fantastic. It looks really cool. I absolutely love this game. Here's the new Sashi and Sashi game here that we talked about. Samambi. Samambi is really cool. Let's open up both of these. Both of these look really interesting. And this is just the first page. Cosmos. I did a whole video on Cosmos, which is a great trick avoidance game. So I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead here. This is Solaris, which comes from Korea, I believe. Yeah, it comes from Korea, Dice Planet. This looks like a really cool Euro game. Oh, there's a new video here. That's a huge box. Like, I wasn't expecting that. That looks really, really huge. So if you look here closely, this looks, you can see the prototype. It looks really cool. I think this looks like a really fascinating game. I know absolutely nothing about it, but I think this looks really cool. Samambi is a two-player game, and you can play on once the day game or the night game. It's just two different games. This Samambi are zombies and people who use smartphones or smart devices. So Samambi is because they're looking down on their phones and not paying attention to them. So it's really cute, and you're trying to move around. Very bright, very colorful, kind of Barbie feel. And then at one point, like, there's this fever frenzy where they all go crazy, and you put this little token on there. Very cute and very clever. Like, it's, and the box is small. Really clever game. That's something that I'm interested in. That's the title. There we go. Let's go through this. Lure. I talked about Lure. Really great game. Comes with a ton of dice, and you're trying to capture these fish that are here in the center. And you're using dice to capture the fish. Like, I give you certain dice for it, and it's kind of like, or like, I can get that with 3 dice. I can get that with 2 dice. I can get that with 1 die. And then you try to roll your dice, see if you can catch it. The expansion adds 2 fish to the center. here, and it makes the game so much better. Always play it with the expansion. Always. This is the word game that I talked about here, where Japan has so many great little word games here, right? Like I'm just Nouchi, Sumo Nouchi. I don't know. My hiragana is terrible. I probably said that wrong. So that's something that you have to look out for. Some of these games look really cool, but you know, they're word games. This one has a cool cover, and I don't know anything else about it. But this is something I want to point out. Like, there are a lot of games coming out of Japan that have rad covers. That's rad. Let's keep moving forward. Cocktail Maestro is a game that looked really interesting to me. This is something that I just picked up last second that I saw, and it looks interesting. Like, there are a lot of drink games coming out of Japan that I find cool. This is Castle Raisers, which I talked about before, and you can see some of the components here. You're the pigs building castles now instead of little huts, and you're protecting yourself from wolves. Brilliant. I really love it. I think this is going to be a great game. I can't wait to play it. Beer Mug Dice. I saw this with Vikings, and oh, look at that. There's these little beer mugs that are dice. Beer Mug Dice, obviously. Oh, this is a finger game. Japanese love like finger games, like doing like finger games like this. I think that's really, really interesting. And they made a whole game about it. Let's see what else is here. What else did I highlight here? Okay, this is the main page again. So we go here. Solaris, which I talked about before. Smombi, which I talked about before. Banquet. Look at this. This is the new Sashi game. Oh, look at that. You get these cards and tokens, and you're trying to help people get tables. I'm not 100% sure on the rules of this, but we could translate this. Look at this. And it gives you an idea of how to score. But man, Sashi makes great games, and I love, love, love the artwork that his wife does. Just fantastic. Definitely grabbing that. Tokyo Game Market that I mentioned before. Look at the art of this game. Look at that. That just looks so cool. They got a local artist from Taiwan who has their own like cult following and like made a whole game with that. And you're just making nightstands in the night market. Such a clever, clever game. And that's me. Look at that. They made that. That's me. That's my video. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that you put that video there. Oh, Boroku. This is the game that I told you that's kind of like Tetris, where they put it down on the table. Look at that. I think this is really interesting. And you can expand the board with these little tiles here. And then you can put more tiles on there. And the tiles have two sides, like open eyes and closed eyes. Really clever stuff. I mean, the scoreboard is a little old school, but the gameplay is really, really, really clever. I know nothing about this game. This is a war game. So this is something that's really interesting about Japan. Like, there are a lot of war games in Japan. Like, when you think of Japanese games, you probably don't think of war games, but there are quite a few. And this one looks promising. Like, look at that. That just looks so rad. How could you not be enamored by this game? Moving on. Like, again, here's another war game from Japan. This is about the Three Kingdoms. You know, Chinese ancient history. But look at that. Look how cool this is. I think this is the Shanghai game, right? Oh, no. Confucianism. Okay. My apologies. But this, look at that. Look at how cool that game board looks. So many cool war games. I just wish my Japanese were better. But I'm getting better at it, and it's going to be less of a problem. This is the Shanghai game, I think, right? Maybe? Yes. This is the Battle of Shanghai, and look at that. It's like a 2 to 3 player war game. Really, really fascinating stuff. Now, here's one. This is Conductor of Procession. This is a game about queuing, about waiting in line. So if you look closely, these are all like subway stations, and these are people waiting in line. Really cute and really clever. Like, really clever themes. You don't really see this a lot. And I think this is really clever. I look at these little 3D printed trains here. I'm really curious to see what this one is like. And it's a nice, cute little price point. Really cute. Look at that little cooperation. You see a lot of games like this in Japan, where like these little cute little like minis that are just like nice, fun, approachable like kid games. Lone Wolves. If you haven't played Lone Wolves, it's a great game. 2-player trick-taking game. I think my favorite 2-player trick-taking game ever. I made a whole video about this game. Definitely check it out. It's fantastic. Train Railway is a really clever draw and write game. Draw and write. It's the same thing. It's a draw and draw game. But it's really clever. Like, it's a pick up and deliver, and you draw the rails and you move around it. Now, you can only play this game, like, I think 20 times because there's 20 sheets of paper in it. But it's really good. I talked about this in a previous video, so definitely check that out. Now, there are a lot of cool tactics games coming out of Japan. Like, and this is one that's getting a lot of buzz. A lot of people are talking about it. Comes in a huge box. Does it show the box? No. But the one thing that I want to talk to you about is that when you look at this, the one problem that I have with this is that, so this is a prototype right here. These are going to be acrylic, and this is going to be a thick board, and the box is going to be huge. The problem that I have is looking at this, I think this is going to be double-sided because some of these tactics games, like one side has a character and the other side is just blank, and that sucks. I don't like that because that means that I can see the character, but my opponent can't. Or then I don't see what the character is, but my opponent can, and then I don't know who is who. Nightmare. Total nightmare. Bad idea. But this one looks like it's double-sided because if you look closely, you can see this little line here, right? So it looks like they put these two sides together, meaning that it looks like it has art on both sides, which gives me promising because it looks like a really cool tactics game. And can we see in here? No, but it comes in a bag, and you can see, like, do you want bag A or product B? Ah, man. Like, Japan has some really cool tactics games. And I love Final Fantasy Tactics Cosmos, which is a trick avoidance game. I did a whole video about this game. I really like it. I think it's really, really clever. Plays well at 6. Identity is a trick-taking game. And I don't know much else about it. I think it's a must-not follow. Yes, must-not follow. And I think it looks interesting. And I really like the artwork. I really think I've been really interested about must not follow games, and I'm trying to follow them more. The artwork looks really cool. I'm going to give this one a try. What else do you have? Mushroom Sort. Now, Mushroom Sort is a game that we should talk about. This looks like a nice little set collection game. It doesn't look too heavy. It's 30 minutes to play, but what intrigues me is the designer, and you can't see it here. Yeah, it is Yokoichi Muneyuki. Now, if you don't know who that is, he designed Cat in the Box. So I'm really curious, and that's my favorite trick-taking game. So if he comes up with a set collection game and with really good art, he liked the game enough to invest in doing really good artwork, I think this is going to be a hit. So I'm really hoping it's going to be a hit. Game Now is a publisher, one of my favorite publishers from Japan. I'm always curious what they do. This is not a mahjong game, but I think it's kind of like a rummy style game. And it looks interesting. It looks interesting. And a lot of people do this. You can see like where their booth is. This looks interesting. I really like Game Now. They come up with a lot of great games. So let's do here. Like, you can reserve copies. So let's say I reserve this copy. And so you can see here, yeah, they did Nightmare Millionaire, and there's a new version of Nightmare Millionaire where they have more Shinigamis, and they have zombies in play. Monster Hex is a game that came out before. They have this other one here. But they have a lot of other games that they do. Let's see here. Quintet. Oh, we talk about Quintet. Quintet is a trick-taking game, and I think it's going to be really good. Why? Well, that's because it's Yasuyuki Nakamura. Now, if you don't know who that is, he designed Four Clans Conflict and Trick and Trade, which are two of my favorite trick-taking games of all time. They made my top 20 trick-taking games of all time, and because they're both fantastic, and Quintet is this newest one, I'm hoping it's going to be fantastic. Lunar Trick is what I told you about. This is the same designer from Jiroku. And look at that. Look at that. It looks cool. It has this cloth board. Man, this looks just so fascinating. I like how clean the artwork is. I'm excited about that game. Eternal Decks is the game that everyone has been talking to me about how much they love it. There's going to be a Kickstarter for it again, but I don't know when that's going to be. PGC, Portland Game Collective, they don't know when that's going to be because of tariffs either. So I think I'm just going to pick it up here in Japan. This is a cooperative game or solo. And you're all playing with different decks and you're playing it out here. People love this game. Look at this. Look how wild this game looks. It looks so cool. I've heard so many good things about this. People have been telling me, no, you got to play this game. It's really, really good. This is a game that people tell me that they're going to be playing, 5, 10 years later. Quality of this is fantastic. This is from Joypool, right? This is a Horoken. Like Horoken, his game designs are just nuts. Like the production level that he does is just absurd. Like they are the best production of card games I've ever seen. And look at this. This looks amazing. Look at that. It looks amazing. And I believe that in Japan, if you just click here again, you can see that there are exclusives here. So he has like these a deck of 24 cards, a deck of 10 cards, like for more content. Kings, one of the heaviest trick-taking game I've ever played by far. It's just some of the nicest components I've ever seen in games. Nicest components I've ever seen in a card game. Asi from Gunnil. Gunnil is a Korean designer. He's like Jekyll vs. Hyde is his claim to fame, and he's done lots of other games since then, usually 2-player, but now he's doing 3 to 4-player trick-taking games, so I'm very, very curious about how it works. This is a game that I'm really interested in, and I can't wait. Juggernauts! Oh, Vic Village is one of my favorite publishers, and this is a deck-building roguelite game. Sold. Done. I'm sold. I'm really curious about this game. And I was worried, like, oh, is there English on it? But yes, look, there's English on those cards. So I'm sold. Like, this is a game that I'm very excited about. I think this looks really, really cool. And yeah, I'm really excited about this game. Bean to Bar. Now, this is from Analog Lunchbox, one of my favorite publishers. They did Pass Tally, which is one of my favorite games, abstract games of all time. T-sip, I apologize. But look at this. It's all about making chocolate. And you're doing chocolate from beans to candy bars. Now, it is a 2 to 4-player game, and it can play 90 minutes to 3 hours, which is nuts. This translates to, I will never play this at 4 players. I'll probably only play this at 2, maybe 3. But it looks heavy and fun and delicious. Now it has like this kind of Merv effect where you're moving pieces around. They've used this in some of their other games. So I'm curious to see how this looks. This looks like some of their other games put together into one idea. This looks like Academic Society and their aquatic game kind of put together. So I'm really excited about this. It looks like they have different people that you could hire. So it looks like there's a good amount of variability. This looks like a great game. Like if you want a heavy game from Japan, this might be it. Ukiyo-e is an old game. This is based off of Crazy Chicken, which is an old game from way, way, way back in the day. But now it's with all this fantastic Ukiyo-e art. Let's drill down to this website here. If it ever opens. There we go. And you can see, no, okay, well. You can see all the artwork. Now the artwork on this looks fantastic. And Crazy Chicken, I have played, and it's an okay game, but if it has this art, or Ukiyo-e, this Ukiyo-e art, oh man. This is a game I'm getting. And for 1,500 yen, easy. I'm definitely getting this game. Gonna play it, gonna fall in love with the artwork. Easy pickup. Depot! Depot is hilarious. This game looks so funny. These are cards. Do you see this? These are cards. And you're playing, these are playing cards. See, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a shedding game. and you're making Amazon boxes. Oh my gosh. It looks so cute. How could you not fall in love with this game? I'm getting this game because it just looks, the presentation alone looks fantastic. I love it. Getting it. This is the board game. You want a game about making board games? Here you go. And it's a card game about making board games. Look at this. So you have VPs here. Like it's just, Bodoge is board games. So it looks really interesting. I don't know if it's gonna, this just looks so much fun. It's a card game about making board games. And then you're following trends of the game. Yeah, it looks really, really interesting. And so if you're looking for a heavier game, this might be one that might interest you. This looks really, really cool. Yeah, this looks really cool. The creators of board games. In fact, you know what? I think I'm just gonna put it over here. I'll save it for later. Look at this one. Okay, yep. So this is the snake game, right? This is the snake game from Oink. So you're trying to get these little pieces here, and I think you're trying to get more eels than snakes, or vice versa. I can't remember which. But it's all right here, and it looks good. Oink has a lot of videos out already. You can just check out their videos. It gives you a good sense of the game. Pedikit, great name. How could you not fall in love with that name? Right? So here it is. You're trying to guess, looking at this pattern, what's the next one? And there's obviously lots of different answers that you could have. You know, so, I mean, obviously it's what? Duck, cat, dog, duck, cat, dog, right? Blue, blue, yellow, yellow, red. I'm not sure what this is going to be. So maybe it's, oh, blue, blue, yellow, yellow, red, red, right? So maybe it's red, this red hat on a dog, 1, 2, 3, and with the number 3. So obviously this is the best one, right? They did it here too. That's the obvious choice. How do they deduce that? Weird. But yeah, this looks like a really cute Oink game. And I think this one will be one of the better selling games. Wonders Museum. I talked about Wonders Museum. It's going to be good. This is going to be a great game. This is going to be such a good game. This is a tableau building game. Like you have like these little runes here in front of you. And on your turn, you can flip over one of these runes. And then you look at all the cards and you activate them from left to right. So if I flip over this yellow one, going from left to right, I activate this, use its ability, this, use its ability, this, use its ability, all because they have yellow, right? Really, really clever design. And Dong Ge is one of the best designers from Taiwan, by far. So his work is really interesting. Yeah, see, you flip it, you activate all the green. And there are all these cards here, kind of like Race with the Galaxy, and you can score points in many different ways. There are lots of engines hidden in the game for you to unlock and explore. Fantastic game. There it is. This is the one I talked about before. Nightmare Millionaire I mentioned before, and this one includes zombies now and Shinigami. So there's a few more character cards, so you can play more different ways. Nightmare Millionaire is a great game. This is a Kazu brand. This is from the designer Sashi Hayashi, who designed Yokohama. So I'm always interested in what they do. Tea break. This looks like a clever game. I'm really curious to see. I mean, the artwork is fantastic. I really, really like the artwork. Identity, we talked about. Depot, we talked about. Oh! Bring Bone Bone Bone! This is a cute game. This is designed by an 11-year-old Sarah. Now, she's been designing some games for quite a while, and this is her latest design. And it's a game about, I think I forget, I read it earlier before, but this is a game about collecting bones, but you don't want to collect too much because then you'll lose your bones. Really clever. This is a prototype, but it looks like a really, really cute game. And it's designed by a kid. I think this is going to be a really cute game. And if you are interested in stuff with a really cute theme, I think this will knock your socks off or your bones off. Icefall, this is one I talked about before. That looked really interesting. So you can see here, it comes with a map here, and you can go up the mountain many different ways. And you want to make sure that both of you, like the brothers, reach the top at the same time. Really clever idea. I'm really curious to see how it unfolds. The Robot Factory game. Robo Factory. This seems like a push your luck game. I watched the playthrough and it looks interesting. I love the artwork style of it. Some other games here. Yeah, Dice of Madness. It's a Cthulhu game. That's all I got to say. Look, there's Cthulhu. It's a Cthulhu with dice, climbing mountains. Mountains of Madness is one of my favorite stories. And it just looks cool. I'm going to get it. I'm sold. Anaphylaxis, I don't know. Like I look into this, I read it. It looks cool. Eric Martin says it looks cool, but I don't know. Doesn't appeal to me. Now this one is interesting. This is Clumsy Roommates. This designer does a lot of other games, and I've heard like he did another game called Bellhops last year. I never played it. People told me it's really good, and this one is supposed to be even better. Clumsy Roommates. So. I mean, the artwork has this great Art Deco look to it. Looks so good. I'm curious if it's. I'm really curious to try it. I mean, let's see, an arrangement to the trick-taking game '99. And it's a bit. Second half is about trick-taking. Yeah. Okay. It looks really, really clever. Let's save this for later for me to decide. I'll put this at the end. What else do we have here? Oh yeah, it's the cat game. There are always cat games here. And the presentation of this is so cute. It's so bright. It's so light. Really cute. Lunar Chick, we talked about. Magic number 11, the soccer game. Oh man, this is, you are kicking a goal, and can you kick your ball here into it? Really clever. You get more cards. This is what I want in a game, right? Just more of the same thing and maybe a tiny little new mechanic. That's what I want in all expansions. This is another trick-taking game. Looks really good. Doppelganger Tricks. And I think it is that you can have a card be something else, but another card can be that. And if that happens, like a paradox happens, really interesting idea. I'm really curious. This one really piqued my interest. I'll put it over here to think about. Okay, yeah, this is a Korean game. And there are a lot of Korean publishers that go there more and more often. Nani Dungeon? What Dungeon? And this Abysmal Labyrinth apparently is the expansion, but it looks like a really cute, tiny little tuck box game. And it comes with minis. Look at that knight. That looks rad. 1 to 4 players, and you're going through this dungeon. Yeah, really clever. It's a dungeon crawler that's in a tuck box. I mean, and it's a solo game. What do you want? Like, that looks really, really cool. This is a trick-taking game about hunting animals. I don't know much about it, but it piqued my interest when I read it. Mushroom Sort. I already talked about this. And yeah, it's going to be good. I think it's going to be really good. This is the Taiwan food game. Ah, look at that. Look at that guabao. Ah, guabao. Ah, I love guabao. Man. Oh, this looks really good and cute. Ah, this looks like a nice little grab. And for 1,500, could be an easy one. And that is it. That was a long video. I do apologize about that. But there are a lot of games to go through. And I hope you found some ones that are interesting. Now, this is just a tiny, tiny fraction of the games that will be there at Tokyo Game Market. But these are the games that piqued my attention. Anyway, once again, my name's Jay. I play board games from Asia and share what I find with all of you. I even look for games online and I share those ideas with all of you. I'm going to put a link up here to a video that I think you'll enjoy. See you there.